stories. And now at 6, as the nation remembers Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a powerhouse group came together on Miami Beach to discuss race relations in America. That included Dr. King's son and the attorney for the families of Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown. CBS 4's Cynthia Demas was also there.
Decades have passed since the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke about a dream of equality in a speech that for many defines the civil rights movement. What would he think of the recent events of Trayvon Martin, an African-American shot and killed by a watch guard in Central Florida, of Michael Brown, a teen shot by a white officer in Ferguson, Missouri, of Eric Garner, who died in New York after a white officer put him in a chokehold? We spoke with Martin Luther King Jr.'s son, Martin Luther King III.
Your dad made a speech 52 years ago about a dream. Well, what would he say about the situation at hand today?
Well, I think, number one, I don't know that any of us can speak to what he would say. What I will say is I think that had he lived, had Robert Kennedy lived, our nation would be on a different trajectory.
Martin Luther King III said his father would focus on pulling the nation together. He was part of a panel discussion on civil rights at the National Trial Lawyers Summit on Miami Beach. Also on the panel, Ben Crump, attorney for Trayvon Martin's family.
I think this is certainly the start of the conversation. We've come a long way, and we have a long way to go.
They're trying to improve the system. We all know that there's a disparity in the system, and it's good to see the trial lawyers and civil rights lawyers and everyone come together and try to rectify the problem.
Famed civil rights attorney Gloria Allred weighed in.
I'm 73 years old. I will fight to my last breath, and if there is a way to do it from the great beyond, I will be doing it.
Mark O'Mara, attorney for George Zimmerman, the watchman acquitted of killing Trayvon Martin, says the system needs help but isn't totally broken.
I don't think the system is completely broken. I really don't. I still think it's the best system that we have and that ever has existed in the world.
A recent report shows 17% of people polled in 2014 say race relations are good or great, compared to 34% the year before.
Are we going backwards?
You know, I don't want to acknowledge or embrace the fact that we may be going backward. I think we are just making small progress. We've got a long way to go.
Martin Luther King III says all communities need to focus on teaching compassion, diversity, understanding different cultures and races, and implement this from kindergarten to high school in order to raise people with a better understanding of how to treat people.
And overall, this group did agree that 2014 was not a good year for race relations, but they all say they are optimistic that things will now move forward in the right direction. On Miami Beach, I'm Cynthia Demas, CBS 4 News.
All right.